You just stand on the middle star. Just 1 second.
Oh, the green bandit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the College of Graduate Nursing's class of 2021 pinning ceremony. I'm Eva Badwin, Director of Student Services, and I will be your host for today's ceremony. I'm pleased to introduce to you our first speaker of the morning, Dr. Mary Lopez, Dean for the College of Graduate Nursing. Please join me in welcoming Dean Lopez.
Good morning. Faculty, please be seated. As Dean of the College of Graduate Nursing at Western University of Health Sciences, it's an honor to welcome students, family, friends, and special guests to this morning's event. This is an event we call pinning. The ceremony acknowledges the transitional moment in our students' professional careers as they complete the Master of Science of Nursing degree and enter the nursing workforce. The pin in pinning is a college pin representing registered nursing. Nurses proudly wear their school pin to highlight their alma mater, but more importantly, the pin symbolizes the privilege and the recognition of being a professional nurse. Although we're not together with our family and friends in one room due to the pandemic, we are streaming this event live via YouTube, and so we're together virtually, and that is just as important. I wish to extend a welcome to special dignitaries in the audience, our interim president, Dr. Sylvia Manning, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Elizabeth Zamora, the University Provost, Dr. David Barron, our Senior Vice President of University Advancement, Dr. Diane Abraham, our Senior Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Beverly Guidry, our Senior Vice President of Mission Integration, Dr. Stephanie Bolin, esteemed members of our Board of Trustees, our fellow deans, our wonderful staff, faculty, and administration of the College of Graduate Nursing. Welcome, everybody. The COVID pandemic has touched all of our lives. Nurses continue to care for patients with COVID. For a long time, visitors were not allowed to see loved ones in the hospitals or clinics. So nurses used phones, tablets, laptops to reach out and integrate families and friends into patient-centered care. Despite excellent patient care, nurses witnessed many patients succumb to the virus. Several of us lost our loved ones and friends too. I would like to acknowledge the important work nurses are continuing to do caring for patients who are fighting the coronavirus, and remember those who passed away during the COVID pandemic. Let's honor them by taking a moment of silence. Thank you. This is a special year in so many ways. The World Health Organization named 2021 as the International Year of the Nurse and Midwife in honor of the 200th anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birthday. The celebration started in 2020 and continues to 2021. The eyes of the world are on our profession in a way that we could have not anticipated. Nurses are in the spotlight around the world. The tragic pandemic is revealing the irreplaceable work of nursing for all to see. Florence Nightingale used her lamp to illuminate places where nurses work. The designation of 2021 as the Year of the Nurse illuminates how nursing is shaping the new normal of healthcare. The symbol of the lamp means that nurses continue to light new ways to innovate and heal patients and communities. We will see the lamps of innovation later in our ceremony. Joining me on stage today to celebrate our students are many of our nursing faculty. It's my privilege to introduce them to you. So faculty, if you would please stand up, wave, and be recognized as your name is called. Dr. Rodney Hicks, Associate Dean, Administration and Research. Although faculty love that you clap for them, for time, let's just save our applause to the end. Dr. Don Stone, Director of MSN and Director of the Ambulatory Track. Dr. Marcy Horowitz, Director of MSN HSL Track and Endowed Chair for Quality and Safety. Dr. Matt Durkin, Professor and Director of Assessment and Educational Effectiveness. Dr. Wendy Swanson. Professor Michael Marinello, Interim Director, MSNE Program. Dr. Gwen Orozco, Assistant Director, MSNE Program. Professor Marcia Guillaume, Chief Officer of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Dr. Amanda Imai. Dr. Patty Shakshir, Past Director of the MSNE Program. Professor Eugene Alex Brown. Professor Raz Duru. Professor Linda Flores. Professor Michelle Weaver. Dr. Renata Jones. Professor Stephanie May. Professor Bob Salazar. Professor Judy Hinojosa. Professor Michael Bailo. And our Director of Development, Mr. Bill Burrows. He's in the back there. Thank you, faculty. Now you can clap for them. It's difficult to find the words to express how impressed I am with this year's students and their accomplishments. On behalf of the College of Graduate Nursing, faculty and staff, we applaud you, class of 2021. Here in this room are the graduates of 2021. We know that you would not be here without your friends and family support. Your friends and family supported you as you read your materials, attended class, studied hard, went to clinical, and cared for patients. And you did this as the pandemic raged on and turned our lives upside down. Yet you stayed in nursing school, and you adapted to Zoom, and you cared for patients, and you wore your masks, and you carried on. Because that is what nurses do. We are nimble, we are focused, and we are compassionate. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on how much your family and friends helped you during graduate nursing school. Let's give your family and friends a round of applause. You, the class of 2021, have a variety of interests. Some of you want to work in cardiac services. Some of you want to work in labor delivery. Some want to practice in the emergency department. Some want to be nurse practitioners. And some want to work in the community schools and clinics. And we applaud your diversity. This year, we continued our PEN program, the Perioperative Externship Program. Several of our students took classes in how to be an OR nurse and practiced in the operating room alongside experienced OR nurses. Having this specialty education was extra work for them. We are proud of their enthusiasm, their smartness, their diligence, being in the perioperative externship program. Could the Penn students please stand so we can recognize you? I would also like to recognize the Men in Nursing group. The American Association of Men in Nursing focus on shaping the practice, education, research, and leadership for men in nursing and advancing men's health. Would the Men in Nursing Club please stand and be recognized? Next, I would like the National Student Nursing Association Board and members to please stand up. MSNE is dedicated to fostering the professional development of nursing students. With 60,000 members nationwide, MSNE is the voice of the future of the nursing profession. We recognize the leadership and professionalism of our MSNE board and members. In this room, we have future nurses who will work as researchers, patient advocates, practitioners, and educators. We are thankful for each one of you. I learned recently that one student in this room wants to be the dean of a nursing college, which is my job. And I am thankful for that. The fact is that there's never been a better time to be a nurse. The class of 2021 is entering the nursing profession at a time when America needs them. There is predicted a 20% national shortage of nurses this year. Just in the New York Times this morning, there was an article looking at how many nurses are needed throughout the nation. Hospitals are suffering, and they need you to go and take care of patients. So welcome, class of 2021, to the future of nursing. Thank you, family and friends, for supporting these nurses while they continue to learn and grow in the most trusted profession in America, professional nursing. Now to close, I give you a charge. This is called the Dean's Charge, and it's my last message to you until you become alumni. Our new RN colleagues, because that's what you are now, registered nursing colleagues. All of you will sit for boards and pass on the first time, and you will all become registered nurses and colleagues of us. You are entering the nursing profession at a historical time due to the ongoing pandemic. We thought that after a year, the pandemic would slow down. Once vaccines were invented and more than 60% of adults and children in our area were vaccinated, we could take our masks off and breathe freely. With the Delta variant and upcoming Lambda variant, we know that's not the case. What we do know is that there will continue to be a need for a compelling national agenda to improve the quality and safety of healthcare. My charge to you, class of 2021, is to become leaders, creating solutions to improve healthcare. The nursing profession needs a better educated workforce who will lead and participate in designing improved systems of care. So be proud, celebrate the tradition of pinning, and continue your excellent work in clinical practice. Thank you. I would like to bring our Director of Student Services, Eva Badwin, back to the podium.
The students learn from so many great faculty members, and each one of them bestow their own wealth of nursing knowledge and experience upon the students. Each faculty member is unique. Each uncovers a layer of nursing knowledge and adds it to the collective. Each is an important piece of the nursing adventure. And each year, the students have the pleasure of selecting one of those faculty members to speak to their class at the pinning ceremony as an honorary guide in their first steps into the next stage of the journey. This year's selection is a very unique educator. He is a man of many talents, teaching, singing, inspiring others, singing, lots of singing. And for what I've heard, he creates crazy, funny, and unique voices for simulated patients and hospital administrators in the lab setting. The simulation lab experience is used to simulate the nursing experience in an environment that is safe for making mistakes and learning from them. This faculty member not only makes it a safe learning environment, but an unforgettable one as well. He is dedicated to teaching our students how to be the best nurse they can be. He has inspired the students in the classroom, the clinical setting, and through the art of simulation. This year's faculty speaker is Interim Director of the Master of Science in Nursing Entry Program and Professor Michael Marinello.
I don't know how to follow that. Whew, I should have planned voices in my speech. Welcome, friends, family, loved ones, and soon to be registered nurses. That's you. Thank you for asking me to speak today. I am honored and humbled by your request to have me here. I've had the privilege of educating you over the last 2 years, and the last 2 years have been unique. We've survived this season of life together, and each of you is stronger because of the challenges you have overcome. As faculty, we've kept you busy with classes, reading, and endless hours of clinical and simulation and Zoom. Today is a milestone in a long and intense journey. I hope each of you have taken a moment to bask in the completion of nursing school. If not, the full weight and impact will likely come when you sign your first contract of employment. Think of it, employment as a registered nurse. It's on its way. On a side note, there are a lot of jobs waiting for you. I know because recruiters are already contacting me about you. Nursing school creates a unique environment full of obstacles that have forced a bond between each of you. Together, you have learned a new way to think, to speak, to act, and most importantly, how to react. Unfortunately, you have also had exams. I'm sorry. I'm also not sorry. And together, you survived your first exam. Can you remember back to your first exam in pharmacology or patho? In Trendle Hall. It was so long ago. You've laughed together, cried together, and supported each other through all of it, but all the while remaining safely behind the veil of Zoom. But despite the adversity, you have each found success. Students, as you embark on the next journey of your nursing career and you hang up the title of student nurse, you take on the role of registered nurse. As one registered nurse to another, I challenge you to always make actions with integrity and compassion. You've learned lessons about hope, strength, and the ability to make a difference. There are a few things that I want to share with you. First, always know who you are and what your limitations are. We all know our strengths, but don't forget to bring light to your limitations to provide safety. Nursing is a team sport. We build each other up and support each other until triumph. Second is to have compassion. This may be one of the most challenging times in your career. Have understanding. You will interact with people on the best day of their life, but also the worst day of their life. They may not remember your name, your face, especially with a mask. They'll always remember how they felt in the moment that you cared for them. Lastly is to have passion. Passion propels you to success. Your passion and zeal will make a difference in others' lives. Passion is what motivated you to apply and defeat this program. I challenge you to never lose the passion you have for nursing. Instill your passion into every day and every action. There will be easy days and there will be hard days. But it is the hard days, the days that challenge you to your very core, that will determine who you are and who you're becoming. It is your decisions and actions during times of difficulty that will define what kind of nurse you are. This is the beginning of everything you've worked for. Take boards, pass boards, apply to jobs. To quote a fellow nurse and a friend, you didn't come to nursing school to be mediocre. So be phenomenal. I anticipate great things from each of you, and I will never forget our time together. I can remember where you started, and I expect to work beside you because we are nurses. Thank you. And congratulations!
Gotta bring this down. Each year, the students select the one colleague within their cohort that will represent and speak to the entire class at the pitting ceremony. This year, the class couldn't decide on just one because there were two classmates who were both so deserving that it was impossible to select one without the other. So this year, it makes perfect sense to have two, and we are thrilled to get to hear from them both. Please welcome our student speakers, Stephen Chang and Aida Amiras Kazaz.
Hi, everybody. How we doing? Ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Hello, friends, family, faculty, and cohort one. My name is Stephen, and this is Ida, and we would like to welcome you to today's celebration. We are gathered here today to commemorate our entrance into the nursing profession and celebrate alongside those who have helped us get to this moment. When I first entered into the world of healthcare, I felt an immense amount of pressure. The pressure to create a positive impact in the lives I come across, the pressure to achieve excellence in everything I do, and the pressure to do no harm. All that pressure built up to the point I felt like the Greek Titan Atlas, holding up the sky, trying to prevent the world from getting crushed. If you can imagine, that feeling was suffocating. At times, I felt hopeless because there was no conceivable way I could do everything I hoped to accomplish by myself. But then I look around at all of you, and it puts my heart at ease. Watching all of you grow, attending clinicals beside you, and hearing about all of your achievements has helped me realize that this burden that I feel is not mine alone. I would not have been able to get here where I am today without y'all. All those late night study sessions, those mental health breaks, words of encouragement, and organizing a to-do list so I never missed an assignment. I greatly appreciate and cherish all of the love and support my cohort has provided me. I will be honest, it wasn't easy. As we dipped our toes into the water of what it meant to be a nurse, the COVID-19 pandemic proved to be more than the common cold we initially thought it was. I will not go into detail about what happened. You were all there. You all experienced it. Its consequences will reverberate throughout society, and I hope that we can take the harsh lessons and realities it has made us face and make meaningful changes in the name of equality, dignity, and compassion. On a lighter note, I want to direct our attention to the people that aren't in the room today, the people that were beside us on this journey. Ba, Ma, Jeje,
You have imames, papas, you have queers.
thank you.
On behalf of the cohort, Stephen and I would like to thank the parents, siblings, significant others, and friends that got us all through this experience. Your love and support motivated us to work hard and believe in ourselves when times are rough. Each of us has had a different journey leading into nursing school, and I think I speak for all my peers when I express gratitude and immense appreciation to our families and friends who have been with us through all the trials that got us to this point. To everyone watching from home, you should be extremely proud of the smart compassionate, and driven individuals you have shaped, for it was a pleasure getting to know each and every one of them.
After 2 years of nursing school that felt excruciatingly long, yet at the same time incredibly fast, we are joining the healthcare workforce in unprecedented times. We have seen record burnout and an exodus of nurses leaving the workforce, leaving a void to be filled by us new nurses. It may be daunting and at times intimidating, but I want you all to remember what brought you into nursing. I want you all to remember those nurses you looked up to as role models. I want you to hold on to that passion and optimism close to your hearts to keep the fire inside of you burning when times get difficult.
So there's still much left to do, and we have one last to-do list left for you all. Pass NCLEX, secure your dream jobs, and become the nurse the past you would be proud of. We wish you all the best going forward.
So everybody, if you could do me one last favor, take a deep breath, look around you. We are here.
This month, we welcome the newest group of students into the MSNE program. Those first-year students are green and overwhelmed by the pressure and pace of the program. But it is the students sitting here right now in this room that have supported, guided, and inspired them to keep moving forward. It is your support as second-year students that has helped to get them through the tough times, and you inspire them to continue to pursue their dreams. The kindness and care that you have provided through your mentorship could be what makes the difference in their experience as a nursing student. Your willingness to reach back and help the next cohort of nursing students honors the nursing profession and honors those who did the same for you. This year's selected alumni speaker is no stranger to reaching back to support future nursing students. Michael has not only reached back to support our future nurses, but he has also returned to Western U to help teach them. Through Michael's willingness to support our students in the Nursing Simulation Center and in the clinical settings, he helps to make you stronger, more prepared nurses for the future. This year's alumni speaker, selected by your cohort, is registered nurse Michael Balo.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am honored and humbled to be chosen as this year's alumni speaker. You all don't know how much I respect and support your cohort so much, so thank you so much for choosing me. I remember sitting in your shoes while I was in cohort 12 thinking, what did I just do? I can't possibly be somebody's nurse. Am I ready? I'm not ready. And honestly, you will never feel ready, but you know what? You are ready, whether you know it or not. Western U has prepared you to be safe, excellent nurses who provide compassionate and quality care. I stand here before you as a critical care nurse, a nurse practitioner, a nursing professor, and clinical director of an infusion company. The reason why I state those is not to boast about myself, but to show you what a graduate from this program can become. Being an alumnus from this program, I know too well the struggle, the early mornings, the late nights, the challenges you all had to overcome to get to where you are today. But I also know the hard work, the determination, and the dedication you have put in. And let me tell you, it will be well worth it. Western U CGN graduates are a different breed. We strive to learn, to be educated, to teach, to give back to our community, and to be the best nurse leaders that we can be for our patients for the best possible outcome. Always dream big, push yourself, and reach for your goals. As you start your first nursing position, it will feel surreal. Imposter syndrome will definitely set in. There will be times when you feel stressed, frustrated, and overworked. There will be days you cry on your way home from a hard shift or contemplating calling off sick the next shift. These are all normal feelings, trust me. When worst comes to worst, fake it until you make it, because nobody's gonna know. How will they know? Okay. But seriously, know this. There will be days when your heart will be full and you realize and reinforce the reason why you became a nurse in the first place. Don't let one bad experience or situation dictate the rest of your nursing career. The main point is to not give up. Continue to work hard, continue to learn, and remember that you do have the knowledge and skills to succeed. Learn from your mistakes and celebrate your triumphs. You will make a difference. You will save somebody's life. You are the registered nurse. The old culture of nurses eat their young are no longer rings true. Over the years, nurses have begun to support each other, build each other up, and push each other to be great. There is a new nursing culture, and that is nurses inspire nurses. Your fellow colleagues sitting next to you, your coworkers on the unit, and the faculty sitting in this room who will soon become your peers when you pass the NCLEX, not if, but when, are all rooting for you. I believe in every one of you wholeheartedly, and I'm proud of each one of you. But most of all, I want you to be proud of yourselves. I'm excited to see you grow, accomplish your goals, and become amazing nurses. So with that, I want to congratulate the class of 2021. Welcome to the nursing profession and congratulations. Thank you.
So a couple of our classmates and I helped put together a montage of our nursing journey, and I hope you enjoy.
Good morning. What a beautiful video. Lovely. I'm just going to speak a few minutes on the significance of pinning. Pinning is a rite of passage in nursing. It signifies the ending of training in nursing foundations and the beginning of the journey into life as a nurse. The pinning ceremony is a time-honored nursing school tradition, often more personally meaningful than the graduation ceremony. It signifies your official initiation into the profession of nursing. The ceremony is rich with symbolism. The ceremony dates back to the 1860s when Florence Nightingale was awarded the Red Cross of St. George in recognition for her tireless service to the injured during the Crimean War. To share the honor, she in turn presented a Medal of Excellence to her brightest graduates. By 1916, the practice of pinning new graduates was standard throughout the United States. Today, this rite of passage, the earning of the pin, and the lighting of the lamps are especially significant because they are the only rites of passage that are left. This ceremony is a solemn occasion that speaks to the hard work and accomplishments of you nursing students. So therefore, please hold your applause. Unlike the clapping and yelling that goes along with a graduation ceremony, we will keep this ceremony traditional and respectfully solemn.
Ida Amiri Kazaz. Stephen Chang. Adriana Hernandez. Anicia Academia. Mia Thrash. Paula Cardenas. Lana Nazar. Leah Uwan. Juan Martinez. Lucas Northrup. Giselle Miller. Gladys Fialo. Jasmine Hernandez. Elena Mesa. Nally Farias. Amanda Wong. Samantha Cameo. Melissa Lee. Della Hu. Erica Deharo. Julie Vu Dang. Viviana Van. Kyle Lowe. Ryan Liu. Vicky Hoy. Maria Valencia. Elizabeth Betancourt. Yasmin Gadari. Dana Lee Ronhell. Jacqueline Valley.
Thank you, faculty. You may be seated. I would like to invite Dr. Shak Shear, Dr. Mandy Imai, and Professor Michael Marinello to the stage.
Are they ready?
Young Jin Lee. Heidi Tran. Elizane Lalani. Nina Dang. Nancy Tran. Shannon Vong. Lexus Kane. Elisa Nguyen. Kayla Jen. Christina Nguyen. Diana Hernandez. Javier Perez. Michael Barrios. Timothy Young. Justine Ho. Selena Lopez. Janine Herrero. Reagan Lawler. Susan Guan. Ramiro Medina. Tiffany Bond. Miguel Bonoan, Juriel Tolentino, Jasmine Magalenas, Justin Hu, Ashley Cho, Matthew Lai, Daniel Loy, Alice Nguyen, Emily Chen, Erica Weir, Marina Douglas,
The lighting of the lamp is a simple ceremony practiced to commemorate the Lady of the Lamp, Florence Nightingale. Florence was a visionary nurse who provided the foundations to what nursing is today. She cared for injured soldiers during the Crimean War, often walking the halls of the barracks late at night with her lamp, which earned her the title. Dean Lopez and Dr. Shakshir will now start the lighting of the lamps.
When you entered Western University as a student, we held a white coat ceremony to commemorate your entrance into healthcare and the beginning of your nursing education. Today, you have received your school pin and a Nightingale lamp to celebrate the completion of your pre-licensure nursing courses and to commemorate your entrance into the profession and professional practice. We now continue with the reciting of the Nightingale Pledge. The pinning, candle lighting, and reciting of the pledge recognizes Florence Nightingale's ideals, wisdom, and leadership, as well as our connection to the past, present, and future. The Nightingale Pledge itself was not written by Nightingale. In fact, there was no record that she was even aware of its existence. The original pledge was composed by a committee chaired by Leicester Greder in 1893, who was an instructor at Old Harper Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. The practice of reciting the pledge is not without controversy. There are those who would argue that it's time to drop the pledge. The feeling is the practice is antiquated and the wording outdated. But I'd like you to think for a moment. What does it mean to pledge? To pledge is to offer or guarantee. It's a solemn, binding promise. Society has identified professional nursing as the most highly trusted healthcare profession. The public has an expectation that we will keep and honor and maintain this trust through our ethical actions and deeds. The reciting of the pledge by new nursing professionals serves as an outward expression and remainder of nursing's continuing covenant to society. At CGN, we created a more contemporary version of the pledge that is more reflective of nursing in today's society. Please join me as we read. I solemnly pledge to practice the profession of nursing, doing all in my power to maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will care for the sick, promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will empower patients to achieve desired healthcare outcomes and quality of life through advocacy, caring, and ethical principles. I will continually endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing, exhibit leadership through participation in professional and community development, and maintain currency in policy related to healthcare. Okay. So I'd like you just to place your lamps right on the table in front of you. I would now like you to put your arms in front of you, gently bend and look at your hands. Okay. I would like us to take a moment to remember our hands. For these are not ordinary hands. These are the hands of a nurse. Excuse me. These are the hands that hold a newborn baby. These are the hands that feel the last breath of a dying person. These are the hands that start IVs, dress wounds, insert tubes that heal the body. These are the hands that feel a pulse and know if it's strong or weak, need treatment or not. These hands bring healing to the sick, comfort to the afflicted, hope to the hopeless. These are the hands of a nurse. But these are not hands of timid people. These hands write legislation, investigate clinical problems, conduct research, publish articles, teach patients, families, communities, and each other. These hands improve the discipline of nursing because these are the hands of a nurse. Lastly, these are the hands that have the honor of being at the bedside. They have the privilege to care and receive the joy of making a difference patient by patient, community by community. For these are the hands of a person who does a job that not everyone can do. These are the hands of a nurse. And these are my hands. I would like the faculty to be seated. And the students, please fill in the rows up here in the seating area for a group photo. And then once the photo is done, you'll be asked to return to your seats.
I'm in the center. We're going to be centered. There's some space right here in this front row that needs some filling in. So anybody on the edges that we can want to see? Yeah, let's bring you 4. You're here. Bring those last 4 over here. How's that? Perfect. How's that look, sir? All right, he's liking it. Looks like this is going to work. So pay attention to our photographer, and he will guide you through. For those who are wondering and who asked, we will take pictures with the mask on. At one point at the end, we will hold our breath but smile and take our masks off for one photo. Quiet.
And if you can't see me, you need to kind of slide over just a little bit and use the window, the head and shoulder of the person behind.
If there are people of my height, because I'm kind of short, who need to switch places with anybody, please do so.
Yeah, you have all people that could go in the back, that would be great. Short people.
That would be vertically challenged. Lucas, thank you. Help each other out. Can you see the photographer? Let's get that back row centered. Back row centered, moving over to my left, your right. Thank you, Diana. Let's move that back row a little bit more so that we can have Heidi. There we go. Just a, yes. About right there, right where Ray is. Can you still see them? Quiet, please.
So if
Quiet.
that the people that move, if you bring people there to move toward the first two rows.
So on the edge of the row just in front of you.
I'm just trying to. No, I think we're gonna be fine. Nobody behind you.
That's better. Quiet, please.
All right, so right there. So one.
Wait, can we move the purses from that row? I don't know if they're being.
If you have a purse showing in the front row and your bag right there, if they can move it down into the chair. The lamps are fine, but any purses would look strange. Quiet.
Are we ready?
All right, now everybody's gonna do this together because we don't want to be like underwater and have to hold our breath for too long. So ready on, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and on 3, you're gonna take it down and smile and hold your breath. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile, look at the camera. Keep holding, keep holding. I know you can hold your breath longer than that. Ready for your mask to come back on, and mask back on now. Woo!
Everyone, you can take a seat where you're at. You can spread out a little bit. Just take a seat where you're at.
Okay. One more hurdle. What hurdle is that? NCLEX. So, and you're all going to pass the first time, right? Yes, very good. Congratulations, you're finally nurses. You just need that NCLEX and then you'll be registered nurses with a license. Woohoo! So I will also send you off with a few challenges. Remember that the focus of your preparation as a nurse is to care for and promote the health of your patients, families, and communities. I challenge you to be mindful of your patient's lived experience. Consider what the care you are providing is like for that patient. Whenever possible, include patients, families in the development and applications of the plan of care. Plan and deliver care because it is the best approach for your patient, for your family, or the patient's family first, and for nursing second. Lastly, I want to challenge you to become the leaders that help move the profession forward. Become involved in your professional organizations. Be a voice for those less fortunate. Make a difference. Become the role models that youngsters will want to emulate. So the junior high student or the high school student or nursing student can say to their parent, "See that nurse? I want to be just like her or him." Thank you very much. I would now like to take a moment to thank the staff and faculty for participating in this very momentous celebration. I would like to thank Ray Rouse, they're over there. Leela, she registered you when you came in. Chris Seja, over there. Amber Alvarado, she helped organize everything. And Alex Escobedo. Your MC, Eva Badwin. And I want to thank you for taking the time out to come out and participate in this very meaningful, deeply profound, felt celebration of nursing. So at this point, I would like to invite Mitzi McKay to the stage. We have a special surprise for you all.
As the Assistant Dean of Student Affairs for the College of Graduate Nursing, it's been my pleasure to work with all of you as you entered the program, watching you as you went through the program, and I will give you some last instructions on how to get out of the program. That's the best part, come on. You have been through 2 years of a lot of unexpected things. Things have happened to you for the last 2 years that none of us expected. And I'd like to share one last unexpected. But if you remember from the beginning when I said the most important thing you could do is to learn how to read, for those who read that little cardboard cover thing that was handed to you by the dean, today you officially have your master's, and outside this door will be your official diploma. I'd like to publicly thank our registrar's office and those in the Student Affairs Office of the College of Graduate Nursing for working very hard to make that happen. It's unusual. And for our faculty, your faculty, for getting the grades in a week before they were due in order to make this happen. Even Dr. Trudgeon, all the way from England, got her grades in. My last instructions to you are that when you leave this room Half of you should stand in line to get your diploma. The other half, if you go around and to this door, there's a diploma frame to go with it, along with a few other things in that box. Be careful, it is glass. Don't want anybody to break their frame. And then if you would like, you can come back into this room, use the banner, the flowers, the faculty, use those faculty, to have photos taken with your colleagues. They are now your colleagues. You are colleagues with each other, with whomever you'd like, and just finish out the day being together. Thank you for everything that you've done, the hard work, and congratulations.
And I just realized I forgot to thank Mitzi McKay.